Open Window Politics. Today we're going to be doing a U.S. House of Representatives election prediction. We'll be going through the general overview of which party is expected to win back control of the House or maintain control of the House and the Republicans' chance. We start out here with the map that gives us a general consensus and idea of which way the polls are indicating each and every seat in Congress in the U.S. House leaning. With this map, Republicans are at 209 seats to Democrats 207. Democrats will have to outperform. There's been quite a bit of gerrymandering that's been going on. I do think both parties are guilty of it, but there's certainly been quite a bit more of it on the Republican side of the aisle, especially out with the ring there in Texas, which added 5 seats. It will be interesting to see what happens with those seats, but supposedly they were meant to draw 5 seats that were to flip from blue to red. California responded with Prop 50, I think it was called, and that flipped 5 seats from red to blue. And Utah got 1 more seat for the Democrats, but really Utah and California have been the only pieces of good news for Democrats. Republicans have gotten quite a bit of good news. Tennessee redistricted a couple times so that every single seat is safe Republican. North Carolina redistricted. Ohio did redistrict. That was slightly less of a Republican gerrymander, but still slightly. And then the VRA was virtually overturned, which made it so a couple seats in the South are more likely to flip from blue to red. And Florida redistricted, like I said, Texas did. So there's been quite a bit of gerrymandering going on, and I think that will put Republicans in a good position. I don't think it'll be a good enough position for them to maintain control of the House. The national environment is significantly favoring Democrats. As you can see here at the top, in the top right, this shows which party is favored to win control of the House, and it still has Democrats with the significant advantage. Their odds have slipped from like 80% down to 70, 75. They're currently at 77, but it will be interesting to see what happens. I think Democrats will still win back control of the House. Generally, the party that is in power tends to lose control of the House of Representatives during the midterms. This happens in, well, it's happened in quite a few elections, but as far as Trump goes, happened in 2018, where Democrats were able to pick up, if I remember correctly, it was roughly 40 seats that went from blue to red, or that red to blue, sorry. And it will be interesting to see if Democrats can replicate that. At the moment, I don't think that's quite as likely. It is a really good environment for Democrats. However, like I said, the redistricting / gerrymandering, whatever you want to call it, that's been going on certainly has helped Republicans. It will be, I think that Republicans are definitely playing their cards well to get more seats through redistricting. It will be interesting to see what Democrats do to possibly counter this. Currently, I haven't heard a ton of talk about any states that are redistricting to favor Democrats, but Republicans, like I said, there's been gerrymandering, and like I said, I do think both parties are guilty of it, but I think this latest round that started off with Texas has certainly put Republicans in a less positive light when it comes to fair maps and redistricting, but that is going to give us a 207 for Democrats to 209 for Republicans. Currently, Republicans have the narrowest possible majority in the U.S. House. They have exactly 218 seats, and this majority has not helped Trump at every time. Occasionally, Thomas Massie and a couple other Republicans have left when it came to the Epstein files, for example, and left the party and voted with Democrats. So the Republicans are really hoping for a bigger majority. I think that's probably the least likely situation to arise from these midterms. I think it is virtually certain that Democrats will win back control of the House, but it will be interesting to see what the margin ends up being. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.